Thank you for taking your head off.
Well, there's no way I can wear the headphones with that honking hat.
True. That was a big hat. When I saw you come in, I said, that is not going to please Alex McNamara. At all. Not at all.
Has she listened to last week's episode?
Yeah, she listened to it twice, and she said, thank you so much for my shout out.
I know, wow. She got a couple of shout outs.
She's very popular around these parts. Very popular.
Gosh. She would be a great guest.
Yeah, she has a lot to say. And I'm going to make sure she says it.
Oops, I pooped my pants.
I never get to say that part.
You don't.
I love that people
Let's switch it up one day.
Yeah, I think we should, and just say, hey, what was different about that? And see who notices. Oh,
that's that.
Well, now you're telling everybody.
Shoot.
Cut that out.
I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to go,
yep.
Y'all won't know what I just said. Know that.
That'll be exciting. Yep. And I also want to know, speaking of our intro, who fast forwards through it and who listens to it.
I know, I want to know. Listen, the song is a banger. Y'all saw my story yesterday.
It's a bop.
It's such a bop.
Where'd you find that?
And every time I get to edit and piece it together, that ending, I make it a little bit longer each time.
I like it.
Because I want y'all to hear more of the song. It's a song called Tropicana.
That tracks.
And it's from, I found it on one of these websites that's like
a free music
thing
or
music downloads, whatever. However, I discovered there are people that have used it on their reels.
Really?
Yeah.
You heard it elsewhere?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
I think I remember, because I was looking it up for a reel I made.
Sorry. Hold on. This thing has to rest on my microphone or else it won't stay up.
Okay. It still sounds great.
Okay, good.
And so as I was using it on one of our reels, I could click on the song and be like, oh, have other people used this? Never thought about that before. And sure enough, there were like 12 reels that have the song.
Well, we need to use it on one of ours.
I know.
We'll do that. But I do have a fun idea for what we're going to use, what we're going to do with that song.
Yes, and I love this idea. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're really excited. This is the first I've talked to anybody today, so I need to...
We're clearing it out still.
Al Now Brown Cow.
Yeah.
Unique New York.
Yeah. And I know we talked about batching some episodes because cold and flu season's coming and we really need to do that.
I know we do. We'll get to it.
That is...
First, I need to wake up.
That's our slogan. All That to Say podcast. We'll get to it.
It's coming. It's like all those construction sites. It says under construction. This website is under construction. I just feel like this podcast is under construction.
It is under construction. Wow, I should put that on the website.
Yeah.
Although I did update the website some this week. Thank you very much.
And what to say what? Cruise information?
I'm about to do the cruise next, but I added the Patreon page.
Oh,
and
fun.
I added something else. Oh, I updated the YouTube page to make that a little more slick.
Nice.
I'm out here busy.
Yeah, you are booked and busy. You had to change our time recording today because you're booked and busy with Buckley at lunch.
Getting lunch. Well, you're getting your hair done.
At 3.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
I worked it around our usual schedule.
Blame Buckley.
I mean, I had to set an alarm to wake up to here.
Oh, no! I appreciate your sacrifice and your service.
Y'all, I'm so tired.
Okay, but y'all.
I'm going to bring it.
Speaking of booked and busy, so as y'all know, cleaning the basement was my entire personality for 3 months. Well, I'm continuing my cleaning journey.
I don't know why I laughed. I just laughed so hard about the fact that we have said that cleaning out a basement has become a personality. Now it's the Blackstone Grill.
Yeah, now it's the Blackstone Grill. But now it's going to be just organizing and cleaning out my clutter all throughout my home. I've shared this with you guys. We have lived in this house for over 13 years. Mm-hmm. We've never moved. We've never had a reason to have to clean things out. The only reason the basement got cleaned out was because we were doing this television show. And it has brought me such peace to know that everything down there is organized.
Yes.
Great. But I really need to work on the rest of my house. And I've come to this realization with our friend Michelle. Y'all know we've talked about teacher Michelle a lot. That I'm almost like happier when I travel, not just because I'm traveling, but because I'm not in my house.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm happy to just live out of one suitcase and be like, these are all my belongings and this is all I own.
Yes. And that's why I love it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so I am realizing, and Michelle and I were texting yesterday about this, that you think having things, that equals success and that's going to equal joy and having your home filled to the brim, but it actually is the opposite.
Yeah. I'm glad that you're finally getting there.
Yeah, it weighs you down.
It sure does.
But you know what? I think Americans are finally figuring this out because this feels like an American problem.
It's for sure an American problem. I mean, look at, IKEA kind of made an entire business model out of minimalistic design, out of organization, out of putting things in place, out of living in smaller. I mean, that's why they did those vignettes inside of their stores that showed you this is what 283 square feet can look like.
Can fit.
This is what 500, and I desire that. I love that. Like, put me in that. That's why I loved our condo so much, because you couldn't bring things in without taking things out.
Yes.
You really couldn't stack up and build up too much of a collection of anything. So, but I've always subscribed to the.
You have, I think that
when you never get you on my same page.
But when you live in, a home that has lots of rooms and lots of closets and
attic, crawl space,
3-car garage, like you are going to fill that up. But what I love, the trends I'm seeing now are people, these Instagram accounts of people organizing, cleaning out, saying this stresses me out and I don't have to live like this. Just because I have 5 bedrooms in my house doesn't mean I need to fill them up. And so I'm watching these people clean out these spaces, get super organized, make hard decisions about things that they own. Yeah. And I love it. Yes. And I'm living for it.
I love that for you.
So podcasts, I cleaned out something yesterday. Okay. I did record it, and so I'm going to share it with everybody.
Okay.
That will be coming soon. But I appreciate y'all just coming on this journey with me. And if anyone else is on this journey, DM me and let me know, because that's what I need is the accountability. I need people doing it with me. It's hard for me.
Yes.
This is hard for me.
I know.
So
I know it's hard for you, and I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, but friends.
What'd you find?
In my cleaning out.
She said, I will not believe it. I will be shocked, and that it made her emotional.
It made me emotional for a couple of reasons. So I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out what I found.
I cannot wait. Yesterday. YouTube people, you will get to see it. Baby, abort.
Baby,
you found it.
It's in the packaging.
So you never even put it on the car?
No, look at the euro. Look at the euro sticker on it.
$4.70. And that's a pound? No, what is that?
Oh,
that's a euro. That's what the E looks like.
And
I've never seen euro.
In France.
And so you thought maybe you put it on the car and then quickly took it down when you were like, this is stupid.
In my brain.
But you never even put it on.
In my brain, we had used it. But this was just in that coat closet. This means this was in that coat closet.
How old's Tins?
Because we went to France in 2012.
So you've kept it.
And I've kept it. So this was in that coat closet for 11 years.
Oh my gosh.
Baby aboard.
Baby aboard.
So this made me emotional because, number one, to just like see it and be like, this was our trip. And Tinsley was a baby. She was, 9 months old maybe.
You got pregnant with Tristan on that trip, right?
Right before that trip.
Right before, but you didn't know it?
I found out the day before we left for France.
Got it.
Where you're supposed to eat unpasteurized cheese and drink wine.
Yeah.
I found out I was pregnant. So all the meats, all the cheeses and the wine, I didn't get to have.
And were you feeling okay?
I felt okay.
At least you weren't like sick or anything.
Yeah, I felt
how were you going to climb all the steps to the castle?
I know. And don't think I didn't try to use that to my benefit.
I'm sure. And I'm sure Matt, if he weren't already carrying Tinsley, would have also strapped you on to baby Bjorn and carried you as well.
Like, Matt, I can't. I'm pregnant. I'm bearing your second child. So anyway, y'all, this, makes me emotional. Number one, because baby. Number two, how sad that this sat in a closet.
Yeah.
It's untouched for 11 years.
I know.
What the heck is wrong with me?
I know.
That's why it makes me emotional. Yeah. It's just like, get it together, Kristin. Get it together.
But maybe you just thought, I know it's in there, and we might have more kids.
I did not know this was.
Just trying to help.
No. I will not let you excuse this away.
Okay.
No excuse factories here.
Okay.
Not here.
Nope.
This is Honesty
Kristin,
Hotline.
be better.
Be better. Say it to me. Shame me. I'm not here looking for validation.
I'm shaming you for buying this to begin with, okay? Again.
But it's cute if it's in French.
Somewhat.
You know that.
Somewhat. But I do need people to realize, again, if you haven't listened to this episode, there was a rumor that was started by someone who said that EMT and emergency people, if they come up upon an accident, a car accident, that they won't look for a baby or a car seat in a crash if it doesn't have a baby on board sticker.
That is not true.
Guess who started that? The creators of the baby on board stickers. That's why. They're trying to get you to buy them. Don't fall for this crap. A simple Google search would have told you that that was a lie.
I fell for it.
And
I
people
thought,
are falling for it.
But I thought, look how cute I'm going to be. Like, people will think I'm French. I didn't even open up the package because I'm garbage. I'm trash. I can't help myself.
You just have to buy things.
And I have to buy something. And
every time you go to a store, and you have talked to me about that, you've talked to the podcast about it, that you feel it's an obligation when you go into someone's store
to support them.
To support them. Yeah. And there's so much kindness in that. There really is kindness in that.
I don't like walking out empty-handed like, hey, I loved your stuff, but touch it.
Yeah. And a 5, 6, 7, 8, we're back.
So I do not like going into a store and saying, bye, I loved all of your stuff, but I'm leaving now and I'm not going to spend one dime in here. See ya. I don't like that. Even if, and it's not that I'm necessarily getting anything for me. I know. It could be a gift for somebody. It
Absolutely. Could be, and it's oftentimes a gift for me, and I'm grateful, and I am a beneficiary, and I understand that, but I don't think people take it as personally as you do.
Yeah.
So the shop owner understands that, they might like all this, but maybe there's not a budget for it right now. Maybe they really truly were just window shopping and just browsing, and maybe they'll come back, when they are about to spend the money. I don't think that they take it as personally. Did we take it personally when people came in? Were you taking it personally when people would come in to the Christmas show and come look around Bonita Pina? And they would say that they loved the things and that they thought that the story was beautiful, but then they would walk out not buying something. Did you take that personally?
I don't think so. I think
So maybe these other shop owners aren't either.
Yeah, especially if I think it's something we really should do an episode about all the things that we saw. At doing booths, doing shows, doing Christmas show.
I think that would be good before Christmas.
But I think the only thing that would irritate us would be if someone came in and was a very high maintenance customer. Mm-hmm. Very high maintenance people.
Trying on all the things, wants to hear everything, this, that. That would really drive us crazy. And it would drive us crazy when someone would love something. Yeah. Really, really want it.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Say that they, would match this and it would match that and that they love this story and blah, blah, blah. And then they turn to their friend and say, do you like it? And that friend would go, no.
The unsupportive friend.
The unsupportive friend in a shopping experience.
I can't.
It's really...
We saw it every day.
It's bad.
It's so bad. If your friend is excited about something, let them be excited about it. If they feel beautiful in the hairband, let them feel beautiful in it and support it.
Yes, even if it's not for you, that's not what your friend was asking. They said, do you like this for me? And you should say, yes, you look beautiful. You should absolutely get it. Spend some money on yourself. YOLO. It's $20. Why are you at Christmas show? Yeah, we don't understand that. That definitely boggled our minds. Ugh. But we didn't take it personally. If someone breezed in and breezed out. Breezed in and breezed out.
That did not bother me ever.
So
I need to
apply that to your own self.
But what I am excited about is we do have something new for our shelves.
Yes, the baby aboard.
So this is for sure going into the clubhouse
because we had to, when it came to the receipt of this.
Yeah, we didn't have it.
We just had to Google baby aboard.
And now here it is.
But yes, Podcats, you don't need this on your car for an ambulance.
You don't.
To stop and look for their actual job. Mm-hmm. Okay. Their actual job is to look for everyone, to inspect the entire car, to look at the surrounding areas and find out if there is someone needing rescuing.
I just pushed this.
Okay. Hold on. We haven't been recording the whole time.
No, you know what?
It's on here.
It's on here.
So can you pull the audio from
You know what? You know what?
Okay.
This is a great segue.
Okay, great.
You ready?
Yes. Can't wait.
Okay. Here's the segue, guys. Okay, so everything you just heard sounded a little different, didn't it, everybody? It sounded a little different. Why? Because I had to pull the audio from my laptop. Why? Because I didn't push the record button. The red light wasn't on. Okay? But this is a great segue because we're idiots. And here's how I figured this out. Last week, you said, let's use your laptop just like we did for the Austin interview.
Yes.
And we'll just log into Zoom and do a one-sided Zoom.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is a laptop with a camera.
Yes.
I don't need to Zoom myself.
No.
All I need to do is hit record.
I did notice that just looks like it's recording us.
Why did we think we needed to Zoom ourselves to record a video? It is the stupidest thing.
Because we are at the average age of 40 and a half, and we don't know these things. We weren't raised on it. We're just doing the best we can.
When I went through this and then I was editing an iMovie, I thought to myself, I wonder if I could just push record. Would this record me? So I tested it and I was like, I'm an idiot. But now I'm a double idiot because I didn't push the red button. So friends, you're going to get 2 different audios today in this episode. I apologize for the first, 6, 12, 10 minutes of this. I don't know. It is what it is.
This is what happens when we have to try to do anything at 9 a.m. It's too early. It's too early for us. That's the problem.
Oh my gosh, I am dead. Okay, but we're recording now.
We're recording now.
We've got our good audio going now.
I now feel like I need to double check and see if that up there is recording. But I know I pressed record.
You pressed record.
And I said it out loud.
And maybe this is more motivation for people to just hop over to the YouTube and watch the YouTubes. Guys, I'm sorry, we're really good on video. We're really good on camera.
Especially Kristin. Her body is all over the place. You know those things at car dealerships? The big inflatables and they're just waving? That is Kristin. The amount of things I can extract, hand motions, wild waving, shimmy shaking, hair touching. There's so much happening.
Beating.
The beating, the pounding, a lot of reaching, a lot of tapping. I used to do a count of how many times we touched each other, but now we're sitting just enough further apart.
I know we are.
I don't touch as much.
We always just have so much around us.
Yes.
We've got the speaker now and
in
the
middle.
coffees and the bells and
that's
it's
okay.
A lot. Yeah.
It's okay, but there's just so much I can do with all the hand motions. But yes, this does make sense that we can just record this way.
I know. I just thought
that was on me though. I'm the one who said it.
No, but and nowhere in that conversation did I go, oh, we'll just record it on the laptop. I thought, you're so smart. I wonder if we can just Zoom ourselves and it'll record it for us. Like, yeah, I'll just do that.
But you can just pull the audio from this recording thing.
I'll be able
to put it in.
Yeah. I'll be able to do that. I mean, it's not going to sound the same. Sorry, guys, that, again, the audio was a little... Sorry, guys. But at least we have this. Wow. Good. There's just... We don't have a producer. It's a 1.5 woman show, as I said. And it's a lot to remember. We've got phones. We've got laptops. We've got equipment. Now we have speakers. And baby, I'm bored. Like, there's too much. There's too much.
It is too much. We have bit off more than we can ultimately chew.
Yeah.
We really have.
But somehow we're doing it. Staying afloat.
We are.
We are staying competitive in this market.
Yeah.
And
how are our numbers doing?
The numbers are great. We are still tracking towards our goal.
Okay.
I feel really good about that.
Okay, great. We just really want to hit 100,000 by February 7th.
I think we can.
Or was it 6th? Or was it the 8th?
6?
It
wasn't Lily's birthday, was it?
It was right around there.
Okay.
It was right around there. I do remember that. But that's the big goal because I just want to get a 100K balloon.
Yeah.
I've never been able to do that for my personal
Instagram.
For your personal
page.
I've never been able to do it. And I mean, I'm very far from it.
But that would be so cute for us to get the 100K.
Yeah, because we did the ads.
Yeah.
On day 1. And so we know Confetti Castle will come through with the 100K for us.
Speaking of other podcasts, I don't want to give a shout out to them.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
2 T's in a pod. Tell them what happened. Tell them what happened. 2 T's in a pod.
Okay.
And I think this was you. I think it was.
Okay, you guys. As y'all know, I'm pretty much a stickler for all things grammar. Mm-hmm. And we have an overuse of apostrophes epidemic happening in this country, in the world, and especially on our phones, on social media. And I'm just here to say a blanket statement. Apostrophes don't form plurals, okay? So if you are trying to make a word from a singular to a plural, you just add an S or an ES. That's it.
Yeah.
Just like every other noun, every other word you've used in the history of forever. Yeah. If you wanted to make couches, you added an ES.
Yes.
You didn't add an apostrophe S.
No.
You wanted to make princesses, you added an ES.
Yeah.
You didn't add an apostrophe S.
If you want to do drink to drinks, you just add an S.
Add an S.
That's
how you pluralize things. But the phones have made people dumb.
I know, the phones.
They've made people dumb, and I fault some people because you can just use the backspace button. But Saturdays, if you type Saturdays in your phone, it is going to automatically add an apostrophe S.
Oh.
And so when you say we have a lot of games on Saturdays for our kids, it's going to add an apostrophe S. I don't know why Apple's doing that. It's really annoying to me because you are by far going to pluralize the word Saturday before you're going to possess the word Saturday. But again, you're going to say in your brain, wait a minute, I'm trying to say more than one.
Yes.
I'm not trying to add possession. That word following Saturdays doesn't belong to it. Okay?
Correct.
So I'm just going to backspace that apostrophe out of there, keep the S, and move on with my typing.
Yes.
The amount of things I'm seeing people add an apostrophe S to, like, these are words you would never add one to.
But we're seeing it even in, like, professional settings. We're seeing it in signage that people have paid for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Billboards.
We're seeing it on billboards.
Yes.
You have spent so much money. The amount of people who have had to proofread this one sign before it ever even gets to the billboard, and not one person is catching that every day should have been 2 words, game day should have been 2 words. I mean, Alan Tate, the Carolina Panthers, on 277 have a billboard. Every day is game day, and they made both of those words 1 word.
No, every day is game day.
And they made 1 word every day, 1 word game day. Every day can be 2 words or it can be 1 word, friends, okay? If you are putting something in between, here's your mnemonic device. If you could say every single day, 2 words.
2 words.
If you can't say every single day, 1 word.
Got it.
Every day, 1 word is going to go before another word. An everyday occasion. That's an everyday handbag.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That's a descriptor.
Yes.
But if we were saying something happens every day, if it's at the end of a sentence, especially all day, every day, it's 2 words.
It's 2 words.
Because you would put single, we can even go one step further. Every single effing day. If that helps, do that. Okay? So anyway, it said every day 1 word is game day 1 word. And I do blame ESPN for that. They made game day 1 word.
Because they capitalized all the letters, so it's just flowing together.
Yes.
Game day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or you'll see them do G capital AIM.
Yeah.
Capital D
Yeah.
A. And so they've kind of meshed it together and made it this cute little thing.
Sure.
But y'all aren't talking about ESPN's trademark of game day.
No.
You're just saying every day is game day here in the Carolina Panthers den.
Yeah.
So, I just need people to stop doing. Someone that you follow religiously yesterday spelled green bean 1 word. Green bean.
I cannot wait to know who it is off the record.
What are we doing? If you type it into your phone, it literally splits it up. So did you go back and say, no, I'm going to keep it? Then she hyphenated it in the caption. So she had green bean 1 word. Green beans 1 word in her reel. In the caption, she hyphenated
green dash bean. I can't.
Like, we are having an epidemic. So anyway, with the apostrophes.
Okay,
a lot of what's happening is I see it in acronyms especially.
Yes.
That people are adding apostrophes because for some reason they just think that DIYs.
Yeah, DIY. So apostrophe S. They look at that and they say that looks right.
Yeah, after capital letters, we need an apostrophe. I don't know who started that or why they started it. But if you're saying do it yourselves, you're just do it yourself. I understand that we're not really saying yourselves with an S, but you would certainly never add an apostrophe S.
No.
But people are doing it, or they'll say, I'm trying to think of another acronym that I see it on, RVs.
Oh, yeah, RVs.
RVs, recreational vehicles.
No apostrophe, guys, just a little S right there.
Yeah, because you're just pluralizing. You're saying this is where the multiple RVs will be parked.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I saw it on Two Teas in a Pod. So that's Tamara and Teddy's podcast.
Yes.
It's called Two Teas in a Pod, which is a really cute name.
Really cute.
Really cute
Not
name.
two peas in a pod,
but two T's in a pod. And they had a capital T apostrophe S. We're saying more than one person with the name T. So that is a plural. That is not a possessive.
Guys.
Okay?
T's. Capital
Two.
T, small S. Two T's in a pod.
It doesn't look any better with the apostrophe. I don't know why people are acting like this is a placeholder for a space or something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't add a space if you wrote it out.
If the name of the podcast was Two T's Opinions,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That would be possessive.
And so, but
The T's opinions.
But we would still add an apostrophe after the S because we're talking about multiple
Well,
T's.
that's
so
true.
it'd be a plural possessive.
You're
so
right.
people would still screw. It's still wrong. No matter what. You're just pluralizing. Just add an S or an ES to these things. It's making me nuts. And don't get me started on your Christmas cards.
Oh.
Do not sign your family's name with an apostrophe. You are not possessing anything. You are just saying multiple people with this last name are saying, we love you, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year.
We're going to do, we'll have you do a reel, I think, for the podcast as we get into November.
We will, because don't you be sending me a card with an apostrophe.
No.
Again, just add an ES or an S to your last name. If it ends in X, Z, S.
Yeah.
X, Z, S. Add an ES.
An ES.
If it ends in any other letter, add an S.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all you have to do.
Now, there's a little caveat to that based on how you say it. So if you end in an X and it's a hard, almost K sound, then you're just going to add an S because it's based on how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Same with CH words. Like if you were to pronounce Heimlich, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
If your last name's Heimlich, it ends in CH, but it ends in a K sound, so then you're just going to add an S. Yeah. But if your last name is Couch, then it's ES. Couches.
Couches.
Get it? Okay.
The couches.
So Two T's.
Two T's in a pod.
Had
for many years.
Years.
They had T apostrophe S, y'all.
And they throw it up everywhere. I mean, these girls somehow have a very popular podcast.
Yes.
It gets a lot of hits. They are throwing it up on Bravo. Like, you know, they were just recently talking about it.
The Shannon of
They
it all.
showed the promotion, their cover photo.
Yep.
T apostrophe S, T apostrophe S, T apostrophe S. And I've been DMing them, hey, just as a helpful hint. Because again, I'm not sending nasty grams to people. It's just, hey girls, you have a really popular podcast. I just thought you might find it interesting to know that you are saying Tamara and Teddy. That's two people. That's plural.
Yeah.
You're just trying to say two people with the name beginning with the name T, so it should be TS, no apostrophe.
And you would DM this occasionally, and you would sometimes comment. I think.
And sometimes comment and just say, "Hey, ladies, again, just here trying to helpful hint." And I saw it the other day. Gong gong.
You guys, the other day
I saw it.
They popped up, and it was fixed.
There's no apostrophe. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
It was after I started awaken.
It was. Y'all. Won't he do it? This is, okay, when you're doing praise, let me just share this. You can praise like this.
Okay.
Okay, this is like you're
Show
swaying, you're praising.
Okay, I need to know.
This is like kind of, just a little.
Vibing.
Little vibing.
Okay.
Now, some people are going to take it here.
Wow.
They're praising.
Yeah.
If you want to go full blown.
Yeah.
Just Baptist worship to the Lord.
Okay.
You're going here.
Whoa! Touchdown?
You're going
full touchdown?
Fingers pointed to the sky.
But turned in.
Turned in.
This is the exact same motion that a referee would make for a touchdown and a field goal. So if you are someone who's into football but also want to know the correct... Okay, so this is
you
it.
Want to praise. Yeah.
Hold. That's it. That's the cover photo. That's it. Found it. Well, we can go from here. Hold on.
To
no,
here.
Sorry. It's here to here to here. Turn it in. Okay, got it. Okay.
I mean, some people actually
Yeah,
there really is a third one. So I would say here, here, and then here. Direct line to heaven. This is your line.
It's just a tunnel right up.
Yes.
Okay.
Just beam me up, Lord. Yeah.
Beam me up, Lord.
So that's how you felt when you saw the apostrophe. Did you gasp?
I gasped. Did I? And then I sent it to you right away.
Yeah, I think right away.
I said I have to tell you something.
Look
I've
at
been
this.
DMing them, and I think I did this.
I really think you did.
I'm so pleased.
I mean,
so pleased.
This is a podcast that is reaching millions of listeners.
Obviously.
And surely, I mean, how
else would they have known? No one else is telling them this. In all the years, they've had all the same crew around them.
Crazy.
It's not like anyone was going to finally be like, you know what? Should we maybe fix this? I felt like they were just going to double down and just stay in it.
I think
it's been so long.
Okay, anybody listening to this, if you are a professional in some sort of way at your business, you own a small business, whatever, I want you to go right now and check your stuff.
Yeah.
I want you to check your little tagline. I want you to check your logo. I want you to check your website. Whatever it is, you need to go and look because I think it's a reflection of your education.
Yeah, I want people to understand that. I hear from people a lot, you know, when I talk about grammar on my stories, especially and try to share these tips. I hear from people who say, I really don't care, and I know that I don't know it, and I'm just going to keep doing that because I don't care. But
it matters.
That baffles me because, like we've discussed, thirst for knowledge. I want to hear it all. I want to try to learn it all.
Yeah.
If I can commit it to my memory, I'm going to try to fix that. Listen, I said anyways with an S for a million years.
That's true.
Anyways. And when I was told that it should not have an S on it, and I was told that.
Yeah.
I think probably by Ellie.
So someone had the nerve.
No, I mean, Ellie and I share grammar stuff all day long back and forth.
Okay.
Or even listen to that. There's some things I don't say. I don't say my R's. I say reservations.
Reservations?
Reservations. Go back and listen.
Is this Savannah?
I know.
Reservations.
There's been a murder.
There's been a
Savannah.
murder. Savannah.
There's something about saying certain words that I'm not pronouncing the R all the way. And so I will hear myself say it. Reservations is definitely the worst for me. And I'll go, well, did you make any reservations? Like that. And
that is so funny to me.
I know. And I was just talking to Lily about it last night. So listen, it's not because I'm perfect that I share this. I share this because I've learned things.
Because we can all do better.
And I'm passing it along to other people.
Yeah.
I still have to really pause before a me and an I.
Yeah.
At the end of a sentence.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
like, is it me? Yes, it's me. There are things I'm checking myself on. So I'm like, hey, this is a reminder for me too.
Guys.
So I'm just trying to share it along.
Trust and believe when I'm writing a caption for a reel that I'm shaking in my boots.
There's a snake in my boots.
I am shaking in my boots. In these boots.
Show 'em. Look at these boots.
Look at
Can
these.
y'all
they match our balloons.
Whoa, wee, wow.
Okay, so I'm shaking in these. Look at me shaking.
These little tiny boots.
Because I know I'm writing the caption and she's going to see it and it's a reflection of our brand. And I'm like, oh God, did I?
Well, luckily I'm signed in and I can go and
you
fix
can always
whatever I need
go
to.
and edit. And you know, just as I said, ignorance is bliss. Don't tell me. I don't know.
I don't tell you.
Don't tell me. Just go back and fix it.
I sure have, and I have not told you. I shared something the other day. And I try not to share things with grammatical errors or spelling errors too. Like right there, errors. Something about it.
The Eras tour.
It's like I'm from Boston and I just don't say my R's.
Well, you're Boston and you're Savannah. Something is going on here.
I'm just really into old cities, I guess. And so there was something that someone had tagged me in with the word MCs, and they added an apostrophe S. There's two MCs, plural MCs. Just talking about the two MCs.
Yeah.
Just add an S, but there was an apostrophe. So when I went to share it, I shared it. Then I color matched the box. You know, you can drop down the thing. No, I color matched it, retyped it, MC's no apostrophe, and was able to drop it down right over the incorrect one because I was able to color match the background, and no one's any the wiser.
Wow. So you had to go back and do the editing for that before you would share.
Yeah.
What really makes me laugh is whenever you quickly type something,
Yes.
To get it up on your stories, and then it just eats you alive.
And I have to.
Something got misspelled or whatever,
Yep.
and you have to go back and fix it.
Abs. I type abs for and every day of my life.
Yeah.
I type tie for this every day. Every day I do it. There's something about my fat thumbs that just won't get there.
Our phones would have learned by now, that this is your personal habits and that type could fix it.
You would think, but they must think I really love Thai food because I type Thai a lot. But we have an epidemic of the apostrophes. I do blame the phones a little bit, but we also have an epidemic of people making 2 words into one now. And the green bean sent me yesterday.
In case.
In case. We have an epidemic.
Guys, in case is 2 words.
At least 2 words.
It's never actually going to be.
It's never. We're not changing it.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make in case one word happen.
In case, at least.
At least. Each other.
Yeah.
Each other. 2 words. It's always been. It's going to continue to be. Each other. 2 words. Tar heel. 2 words. A lot. A space. LOT.
That's right.
Think there should be a lot of space in between this.
Yep.
Okay. 2 words. We have this high school best friend. The amount of reels that say best friend.
Yeah, because I've shared some and then you write me and you're like, oh, that is incorrect though.
My one eye just twitching.
Just twitching.
Going, hey, we need to let these people know because we're going to share a lot of best friend stuff.
Yeah.
It's 2 words.
Guys.
They haven't changed it into one.
You know what we forgot to share last time?
What?
Speaking of grammar and spelling.
What?
We had the revelation on the plane that, because y'all know that I've been raging against AT&T.
Oh.
I have been
raging
against AT&T. And
Yes.
I still am. I was raging yesterday because all around Sycamore Commons, could I use my phone at all? No. I'm waiting on my chicken salad. I had to sit there for 10 minutes just stare into space because I couldn't use my phone. So.
You were at Chicken Salad Chick?
Okay. Getting that Dixie Chick salad. It's the onion one.
Oh, I know. It says when you want a lot of onion, get this one.
It's
I said,
so good.
Not for me.
It's so good. But anyway, we realized on our flight the other week.
You can't spell ats
without AT&T. I was livid.
It literally came to me like a light bulb because we were trying to figure out how are we getting all of these Latvians.
Yes.
Why do we have so many people in Riga, Latvia following us? So we've come to the conclusion that ats
means something in their language.
And so someone did DM us saying it means fig. And so I said, are figs big in Latvia? Like, do they make a lot of figs?
I didn't catch that. It means fig.
It means fig. And so I thought, well, maybe figs. Someone went to a Wikipedia page for Latvia and tried to find out this information for us.
Thank you, friends.
I know. And so I said, maybe figs are used in like just a very cultural dish for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, but Kristin and I on the plane are going, ats. We're Googling.
We're Googling. This is us.
Yep, we're old. So we're looking, okay, can't really see. No, none of this makes sense. And then somehow it just like popped in my brain.
Yeah, well, because on the Googling, some of the first hits were AT&T. And I'm like, I rebuke that. Yeah. Obviously, I don't want to see anything about AT&T. Don't show me that. And then you looked at me and said,
you can't spell ass without AT&T.
It makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me want to change the name of this podcast. It does.
No.
I am pissed. How dare you? How dare you?
It just felt so pointed. Like we were being attacked. We were being attacked by AT&T. And we still don't know why Latvians are into it.
Well, obviously it's the figs of it all.
It must be the figs. Now I feel like we need to put out a lot of like fig-based recipes.
Yeah, well, know that I will. And know that the cover photo for this YouTube will have a fig on it.
And hopefully all those Riga Latvians will be pleased.
That's right.
Are they even listening? We don't know how they found this. But now it's just a situation where I bet one of them comes to look and then they see like all of their friends are following or like at least.
But that's what I think it is, because when you like something, let's say I like something on my personal page, either I follow someone or I like a post, it's going to start showing it to you. That's how it works.
Not only that, but when I go to the page or the thing, it will say followed by
Yes.
2 Timmermans.
Yes.
And I'll go, oh, well, that adds some cred.
That's right.
Then I'll probably like it.
Mhm.
And so then I'll follow. And I think I don't know how big Riga Latvia is, but if it's not that big, then they probably do know each other. And they're like, I'll like this. But I do feel like we need to be making Latvian dishes or something.
Okay, well, I should go on our page and see, do we have a lot of listens?
Or are they just following our Instagram?
From that area.
That's what I'm wondering too. But I will pander to them if we need to. I will start making Latvian food and post it on our stories.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we will.
Have you been to Latvia? You've been everywhere.
No, never been.
Okay.
But I did look into sponsoring a kid to come and stay with us over the holidays from Latvia.
Ah.
It's called, what's the name of the program? I can't remember.
Not Children International, not.
But it's where they send kids for a month to come live with you over the holidays.
Oh, that's nice.
413 or something like that. Anyway, and a lot of them come from Latvia.
Okay, well.
So know that. Guess what? Speaking of countries, we were watching something we were watching. Oh, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And
I just started that the other day with Bella.
You did?
And you would love this movie. It's so cute. We were just looking for a feel-good movie.
That's what I did the other night. I wanted a feel-good movie.
And it popped up as a suggestion.
Yes.
I think it's on Netflix right now.
Yes, that's where
it
we
popped
watched
up.
it
Yeah,
2 nights
yeah.
ago.
But Bella fell asleep, so we had to turn it off, and we haven't gotten back to it.
Okay, so we were looking at it because, she has a unique last name
Yes.
in the movie. And I think his last name's Miller.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it is.
Yeah.
So this got Matt curious about last names, and he was trying to figure out where your people are from.
Yes.
He said
Mueller.
He said, where are not only Miller but Thomas?
Okay.
Because they're both common names.
Yes, very common.
But then we looked up my maiden name, Broyles, and Matt's last name, both very uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is both of our last names, the highest density of those names is in the Netherlands.
Oh.
Okay? Both of them.
Okay.
So we think our ancestral DNA, that's how we found each other.
Oh, and that it just attracted you to each other?
It was like our ancestral pheromones
We're
pulsing in the nightclub.
Yeah.
And it was Nederlander, motherland.
And they wanted you to continue to make more.
The bloodline.
Yeah, they wanted you to keep the bloodline going.
Yes. And so that's what we did, obviously. So then we were looking up y'all, and it was showing us that there are so many Millers and Thomases.
Yes.
From all around the world.
Yes.
And so we were really trying to nail this down. He said, where's her family from? And I said, I don't know.
We've done the 23andMe.
Okay.
And I can never remember what the results are, but I can look them up. But
I would like to know. Let's put it on the receipts.
Ireland. I know that County Cork, but I feel like everyone says, yeah, I'm from County Cork in Ireland, but I definitely know that I am because that's where the Irish Catholic
the Catholic
came from.
Okay.
And then Joshua, I think, had always been told maybe German because Miller usually comes from Mueller, an Mueller.
Yeah. Like the U with the two dots.
Yeah. But is that an umlaut?
And it's called an umlaut?
Is that an umlaut?
Oh.
I feel like it might be.
That's a cool word.
I feel like those two dots are maybe umlauts, and then the I up, or the dot above the I, what is that called? A tittle?
A tittle?
And then this
we'll put it in the receipts. What's that?
This is called an inglet, maybe?
The end of a shoelace?
I think it's called an inglet.
The plastic on the shoelace?
And I think, it's either the cross of the T or the dot above the I is called a tittle, maybe. Something with a T.
Wow, we have a lot to report back.
Yeah, I will, and I will get back to you on all of that. But yeah, Joshua and I do have some overlap, though.
Yeah.
We do have some overlap
I think
there.
that you do because, again, these are both more common names.
Yes.
And so surely y'all have had ancestor, relations.
I'm sure they have. And then our pheromones were pulsing in our club when I was on top of his coffee table.
Was holding. Oh yeah.
His one arm up. But then yes, we did go to the club.
Yeah.
They were also playing an NSYNC song in there, and I would just like to circle back because I just listened to our clutter on the way here today.
That clutter is so good. I can't wait to see people's reactions and thoughts.
I know, and I texted Sheena Baby and said, the clutter episode about Justin Timberlake's up there. Please listen and let me know, what did I get wrong and what did I get right? Because I know that there's some stuff that is hazy. But I've told the story enough that I'm like, I think I've got the brass tacks of it.
Well, and we have gotten so much feedback. I feel like the last 3 episodes, maybe, we've gotten so much feedback, but I have to talk about this one thing.
Okay.
Let me clear my throat. Okay.
Let me clear my throat.
That's right. Chelsea. We were, as we all know, and we're shook by the whole Alaska of it all, right?
Yeah.
The maps, the Alaska, everything.
Uh-huh.
Well, she messaged us and said, have you seen the episode of, I think it was West Wing, where they talk about the Peters projection map, which is a map where this society of cartographers have come together and said, the world map as we all know it is incorrect.
Yes.
And the world actually doesn't look like that. And
yes.
the way that we're showing it is completely out of proportion to what really the land mass looks like, right? Mm-hmm. So they show it, and I was physically shaking.
She said that we would be shook.
I watched this clip, then I go to Google. I Google it all. And I cannot wait to show it. You guys, this has changed everything. First of all, everything is skinnier.
Okay.
Than we think it is.
Okay.
Everything is skinnier. And South America and Africa are enormous. Way bigger than everything else.
Really?
Everything is shifted. I don't know what the cartographers...
It's almost like whoever did the first globes had it tilted.
They had it tilted.
A skinny mirror.
They had it tilted. And what they said in the episode is this was done almost in like a racial inequality kind of way, because they were trying to show that like Greenland's bigger than it really is. Iceland's bigger than it really is. Look how big Europe is. Africa's not that big. They were trying to kind of say, we can conquer these areas.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
When in reality, South America, even Australia looked bigger. All of these lower hemispheres.
Yeah, so why they did it all to the lower hemisphere people?
It's crazy.
Again, it's almost like, and you can shift a photo, like you can just tilt it, and you'd be shocked how much skinnier, and it's all about depth perception too, right?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it.
She did say, and I didn't have a chance to dig into that, but no matter what, they still didn't have Alaska below California, correct?
Alaska was still where it should be and where it is.
Okay, I want you to play the voicemail.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You guys, we have so many good voicemails, but there's a Seeger one that has popped up, and Miranda wouldn't let me listen to it. It's a surprise for me, so I am hearing this for the first time.
And you all will as well.
Here we go. Put it up.
Hey girls, this is Maddie, and I love listening to your guys' podcast. I just got done listening to the latest Africa to Alaska. And let me just say, I was shooketh when you guys were talking about where Alaska is. And I totally thought it was a island near-ish around California. And learning that it's not is crazy. But also really not crazy, because I don't really even think I could tell you where most of the states in the United States are, or where even the United States are, like in the grand scheme of things on a big map. Couldn't tell you probably. I don't know. Was talking about it last night, and I've lost too many brain cells, missed too many days of school. I don't know. But now that I'm done listening to that episode, I think it's time to go study a map. But thanks for all the entertainment. Love you girls. Bye.
Hold on.
Y'all, I told you the amount of adults who truly didn't know this. When I was going through Elise's comments, I knew we had to have someone. Sure enough, she slid into my DMs. And I'm so proud of her for saying this.
I'm so proud of her for admitting this.
Yes.
And I know that our podcasts are going to be so tickled to hear this because we had comments, people saying, please find someone. I want to hear from them. I want to hear their experience. And let me say this, okay? Because and Matt is nodding his head, okay? I am not great with geography, admittedly. If you ask me to fill out an entire United States map, some of those are a little fuzzy for me right there in the middle.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But you flew over them to get out west.
Yeah.
So you didn't really have to know.
I'll fly over
them. We drove through them.
Yeah, you drove
through
them.
So I kind of have to know.
Yeah, you have to know. You're in them for several hours.
And I still don't know if I could get 50 for 50 right now, even driving through so many.
And even up in the kind of New England of it all.
Yes.
And
I've even said that. Those are the places we haven't gone as much. And so there are some things that I'm like, is that Vermont right there? And it would take me a minute. It would take me a minute.
So I'm identifying with this girl saying, I don't exactly know where everything is.
Yeah. But you know where the United States is.
But I do know where the United States is on a map. And I do know where Alaska is. Again, going back to even just the context clues could have told her that it is somewhere cold.
And we know that California at the base of it is not cold.
No.
We know that. So that's always thrown me off for a lot of people. But the real kicker is that she told me in the DMs.
What'd she say?
She's from California.
No.
And so I'm like, well, if you thought Alaska was right there, did you ever want to go? Did you ever want to fly?
Did you ever want to go visit Alaska since it's just probably a 1 hour flight from your home in California? Y'all, I can't.
I know. So I'm so happy.
I'm so happy and proud of this podcast. I'm so excited.
She did say that she's killed a lot of brain cells in her days, and she is really proud of herself because she's on the up and up, and I'm really proud of Maddie, and I'm so happy she slid into the DMs to tell me that. And then I said, would you by chance call the HoHo and tell the podcast? And I said, we can change your voice. You don't have to leave your name. And she was just like, hey, it's Maddie. Anyway.
She does not care, and I love that energy.
She does not care.
Someone that does not care.
We do not care.
We do not care.
No, that's Maddie.
That's Maddie, and that's us. You know, that's me screwing up this podcast for the first 10 minutes today. I do not care.
But it was sweet of her to call it.
Good for her.
And to say it. And I know that there are more Maddies.
Oh, there are.
I know that there are.
And let Maddie lead the way for y'all.
Yeah.
Don't feel ashamed. We're laughing with you, not at you.
Yes, absolutely. We are just now, we have to giggle about this. And everything that at first maybe starts out kind of embarrassing does turn into a teachable moment at some point for everyone.
It really does.
And now we've been able to teach some people. And I mean, the map we shared, Alaska is so small on that map. No wonder people think like,
oh yeah,
no, we can't knock down any trees in Alaska.
Oh.
I'm like, they could spare a tree, y'all.
It's half the size of the continental United States.
It's huge.
It's humongous.
So it's okay. Like Alaska's gonna be all right, but it does make me giggle. That made me giggle hard.
Okay, this one's gonna make you giggle too.
Okay,
this is another follow-up voicemail that made me cry.
Well, I have 3 other things I was going to call you ladies about, and they were pretty good things. I'll have to give you a call back sometime. But then I heard the episode with, the umbilical cord, and then I just had to call you and say thank you for my new diet plan. Anytime I want a little snack, I want a little treat, I'll just think of Reagan and the umbilical cord incident, and that'll just snap me right back. And we have a cruise in a month with some family, and they'll say, wow, how did you lose all that weight? And I'm going to say, let me tell you about this podcast. That's my diet plan. So thank you, ladies, for getting me back on track with my diet. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Is that not so funny?
You're
Every
welcome.
time she wants to eat a snack, she just thinks of Reagan eating an old, dried umbilical cord out of some poop in a diaper.
It really did. It took like 3 weeks to a month for that thing to fall off. So it was nice and crusty and rolled up and brown. And it was so gross. It's so disgusting, y'all. It's so gross.
If y'all need a little diet tip, we're bringing you hot fire tips.
Yeah.
It's not just the
You're welcome.
semi-glutide. It's the umbilical cord.
It is. So I'm glad that helped you. And have fun on your cruise. And since I know you're a cruiser,
are you coming on our cruise? Guys, we need to talk about the cruise.
Yeah, we need to talk about it. So a lot of interest happened right out of the gate, right?
Yes.
Right off the bat,
yes.
Right out of the gate. And sometimes I like to combine those two idioms and say right off of the bat. And so what happened is a ton of information went into Josie and a lot of people, and we had only blocked 30 rooms.
Right.
2 people can go in each room, but 30 rooms. And so she was kind of like, ease up.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of interest, but you aren't booked officially until you put down your deposit.
That's right.
And so if you haven't put down your deposit, number one, your room is not locked in. And that means that the rates aren't locked in either. And they will start to go up the closer that we get to it.
Correct.
And eventually everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to put down that deposit. I haven't put down the deposit yet. And the block of rooms might be sold out by that point. And so we don't want you to think, well, I've inquired, so that's locked me in.
Right.
The deposit is what locks you in. So if you're someone who has contacted Josie, y'all have talked back and forth, maybe give me pricing for this room versus this room and this balcony versus this, then I would just firm it up, decide which room you're going to do, who you're going to go with, get that deposit in, lock in the rate, lock in your room, so that we can really know what numbers we're dealing with.
Yes.
And we can either make the final push.
Yes.
Or we can say, we can't wait to see everybody there. And
that's right.
This is kind of sold out at this point.
Right. I would love to get to that point where we are at max capacity, because then we have that list of names of the people that are coming on the cruise. Again, it's over a year away, so there is time. But I feel like that's more exciting for us to then be able to like email those people and talk about what we're going to do and what we're going to wear and who we're going to see and all of those things. I would love to
start to firm up some of that. And if it had been this November, obviously people would have booked just like this. Yeah. But we were trying to give you a lot of time, one, because we want to be on the new ship. Yeah. And two, because we wanted to give you time to save, plan, all the things.
Yes.
So.
But with that time, the rates go up.
Exactly.
So lock yourself in now at the lowest rate you possibly can.
Yes.
And make sure you actually get your room, because we'll be so sad if some of our peeps can't make it because the rooms run out.
Exactly. And ultimately, like, there might be more rooms on the ship to sell.
Yeah.
And so you might be able to do that. But as far as the room for the reception and for our live podcast recording, it can only hold so many. And so that's why we had to put a number on it.
Yes.
And we don't want people to come and then not be able to do that sort of stuff with us. So please lock it in. If you're a podcat, if this is interesting to you, if this sounds fun, the deposit is like $200 or $300 depending on your room.
Yes.
It's not very much. And I understand money is, tough for everybody. Y'all know it's especially tough for me to talk about. So I'm just saying, like, you have a lot of time to pay off the rest of it. I'd at least get that deposit in to lock in your rate and to lock in your room.
Done.
Okay.
Now, this just sparked in my mind, because when we do the live recording on the ship, Josie's going to be with us.
Yes, we're going to interview her.
We're going to interview her. Now, Josie is the one who was on the elevator with me when dentist Dr. Baby George walked onto the elevator and said, "These are my friends, I guess." Okay.
I guess.
That was Josie. So she was there, and maybe we'll revisit that with her. And
we
she can give her account and her perspective.
Since she didn't say anything that day.
She said nothing. Her face was the most blank face I've ever seen anyone have on their head.
It was Tinsley as you were trying to take pictures of her from 0 to 4 years old.
It was blind Tinsley. But I got to thinking about Baby George the other day. And if you're listening, hey, Dr. Baby George.
Hey, George.
Because I'd gone to the dentist. Did you see my story?
And her face was half frozen. And she was supposed to go to the dentist before our Austin interview. And she's like, "What do you think?" I said, "I think you're going to have to reschedule, babe, because your face isn't going to move." And I know that we have Botox for that.
Yeah.
It's already there.
But this was giving, melted face.
This was giving Bell's palsy. Essentially, that's exactly what it does. It numbs your entire side of your face. And for those of you who have gotten Bell's, especially while pregnant, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Or it's like,
I couldn't.
aside.
I mean, Matt was laughing so hard at me when I got home.
Yeah.
He just, because, we're chit-chatting, we're laughing, we're smiling. And he was like, I can't even look at this anymore. Like, this is so bad.
It was so funny.
But I just thought, we talk so much about all these other things that we have to do medically and like how just embarrassing some of it is.
Yes.
But that's pretty shameful. I feel like you get out of there and they're ushering you out as fast as they can because they don't want to look at you anymore. The checkout girl does not want to talk or look at you anymore.
They know you can't talk.
They know you can't. It's awkward and I lose some dignity.
Yeah, you said this. I think I lose more dignity at the dentist than I do at the gyno.
Yes.
The mammogram.
Yes.
Even your colon doctor.
They're in my butt.
Yeah.
Okay? They've been in there. They've been deep
in
down.
there. Yeah. They did a deep dive.
But something else I thought about that brought the shame on, and I remember my sister sharing a story similar to this, is that we are now in an age where we still feel young and carefree, right, ladies? Right, podcasts?
Yeah,
we feel young.
Of course, super young.
But these dentists and doctors are now younger than us.
Yes.
They are younger than us.
Yes.
And the dentist that I saw...
Baby George is definitely younger than we are.
Yes. The dentist I saw was a different guy that I usually see, and he was probably 30.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, wait a minute.
How did that happen?
All dentists, all doctors are supposed to be old men.
Yeah. How did it just, it just flipped right around.
And I realized, like, we're getting to that age now where we are old. And these young professionals in the medical field are young. My sister, when she gave birth to her second child, I think it was, the doctor that came in to deliver was like 26, and she was just like, oh my gosh.
She's like, is this your first birth?
My old vagine is just out for this young man to see, this like college grad guy.
But they see it all.
They see it all.
They see it all. I guarantee you Lauren's vagina was one of the best he had seen
that
day.
For sure.
Lauren, shout out to your vagina.
But I don't know. I just
She's going to be like, why? Of all the things y'all talk about me. No, we've called you brilliant. We've told people that you're in the elite fields of tech.
Yes, she is.
Yes,
doing all the things.
Brilliant.
But it's good.
We are going to talk about your vagina. Sorry.
But, and shout out to that young doctor. I don't know. I had a revelation as I was laying there, numbed up.
Yes.
My face is drooping. I'm old. I'm drooling. This young
He said, I have no dignity. It was his youth that tipped you over.
It was the youth.
It's the youth that tipped you. You were like, I could deal with it from an oldie.
I could.
But I can't. I can't deal with it from him.
And as time goes on, it's just going to get worse and worse.
Exactly.
I think as we were young, we think of doctors and we kind of think of old men.
It's the stereotypical in the white coat coming in with the glasses and he's got the gray hair. And it's just different now because we are getting older and it doesn't feel that way. It really doesn't. Feel that way.
I think those of us in our age group, like the millennials or some of us are kind of on the bubble there.
Yeah.
It's just... We're still young and hip, but we're still with it. We're doing the talks. We're doing the reels. Like, we're in it. We know the hot tunes.
The shimmy and shaking of it all. I told you, the amount I can pull from just her body movements is insane.
Anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to all of us feeling old and getting dental work. So that's my big story for the week, but you have a big story that I cannot wait to hear. We've been saving it for the pod. This podcast is affecting our friendship because we literally can't share things with each other because we just text back, save it for the pod.
Yep, save it for the pod.
Don't tell me, I don't want to know, save it for the pod.
Nope, and this way we can get genuine reactions out of each other.
It's true.
Okay, so, and it has to do with AT&T.
Oh. Wow.
It has to do with AT&T. And so when you were talking about AT&T earlier, I'm like, do I do the segue now or do I hang tight? Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Am I going to be mad in this story?
No, you won't be mad. You will also not be shocked, but you will die.
Okay. I'm excited.
So, for the last few months, I'd say, have you noticed that I've had to answer all of my phone calls on speaker?
I sure have.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Which is super annoying because you don't want to be the person talking on speaker in public.
Yes.
But I can't. So I dropped my phone one day and on soft ground.
Yeah.
Nothing that I don't do 100 times a day. But when the very next phone call that came in, I couldn't hear.
Couldn't hear through the regular speaker.
If you...
This is a phone. Does everybody know?
I am curious. Do young people go like this?
I think they do.
Or like this, maybe?
Yeah, I think, or they hold like it's a cord. Wait, we have cords.
Oh, yeah. Wait. I still did not use... We actually have a cord that I could model this on, but instead I went like this. Stupid. So stupid. I'm stupid and I'm dead.
The D word and the X word.
So, we haven't said that in so long.
I know, it's been so long.
Okay, so, I have been having to talk on speakerphone because I couldn't hear out of the top speaker of my phone after this drop. And I thought, oh gosh, I must have dropped something in there. Oh, I was so mad at myself. And I have a case on my phone, but obviously still it's not like foolproof.
Yeah.
So I just chalked it up to that and thought, maybe it'll come back. Maybe I'll drop it again. You know, like that. She falls down the well and her eyes go across. She gets kicked by a mule and they go back, straight.
Yes.
So I thought maybe I'll just drop it again and kind of jostle it again. Well, that didn't really work. So I just resigned myself to the fact that this is who I am now.
Yeah.
I will use my earbuds, and that way I can talk on, without everybody having to listen.
Yes.
But because I was now having to use my earbuds all the time, I lost them. Because I can't be trusted to take them anywhere. I just have to keep them at home in their case.
No.
Barely use them. I use them to edit so everyone doesn't hear me going back and forth on the video a million times because that can be super annoying. But because I was having to use them to answer my phone, I lost them.
Okay.
I have the case, but not the bod. So if anybody knows where they are and can tell me, don't say, oh, find it on your phone. Y'all, they're so dead at this point, you can't. It doesn't work anymore. So that's a goner. And I didn't do it in time. Like right after I realized it because I didn't know I'd even lost them. So then they died and I don't know where they are. And this is why I can't have nice things. Even though I did win them at the Christmas exchange.
Those were like actual AirPods earbuds?
Yes. Yeah. Actual AirPods. And I watched it was the white elephant. But my parents buy nice gifts through their FedEx points for all their employees, and that's what we trade with.
Yes.
And I'd watched the AirPods be traded 2 times, and no one had clocked it. And so I was like, if I ask for those, they're mine for good.
So after the 3rd time, you can't take it again?
No. Yeah, it's dead on the 3rd time. So I watched it and I got them. And I was like, this is my first real pair of AirPods. I'd always just bought them in the checkout line at Marshall's.
Yeah, same. Okay. I don't have any.
No.
I don't trust myself with that.
Well, now you have the big old
I have the big
but
ones,
you won't lose those.
I'm not going to lose that.
I know.
Those are too big to lose.
I know. Well, I lost these, and I'm really mad at myself. Even though I didn't have to buy them, I'm mad at myself because I played that game so smartly.
I know.
That
I
night.
feel like they might still turn up.
Okay.
I do.
I have given a $50 reward to anyone in my house who finds them.
Okay.
Okay. So I have lost those. My speaker's been broken on my phone, and now it's becoming a critical point.
Yeah.
Because I can't continue to live like this.
Yes.
Answering my phone in public, especially with my husband.
And a lot of people call you.
A lot of people call me.
I know we're in an age where a lot of us don't want to talk on the phone. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
She gets calls all day long from people.
Especially the men in my life. My father and Joshua. I will show you a phone log from just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I answered no less than 20 FaceTimes and phone calls just from those 2 men in my life.
That's going to be a great receipt. I
Okay?
can't wait.
It's a lot, and I love them, and I know that they need me, and they have a lot of questions. My dad and I build homes together, and I'm the design. We do have to talk a lot. But it's annoying for other people to have to listen to people's. I don't want to listen to your phone call in the grocery store line. I don't want to listen to you talk in the bathroom stall. No. I don't want to. And so now I've become that person in public.
Yes.
So I'm sitting at Chicken Salad Chick at Lord Commons.
Okay. And your phone's actually working?
No.
Okay.
I'm with April and Sarah and Morgan from the Bible study.
Yes.
We go there afterwards, and Joshua calls me, and so I have to answer it. And immediately, you're on speaker.
Yes.
In front of Bible people.
Yes.
Okay.
You are on speaker. Don't say anything.
Please.
Gross.
Dear God. And so I hang up with him, and I say to the girls, so sorry, my speaker's broken, so I have to answer things online, and I need to get this fixed. And I said, you know what? I looked around, and I said, this is the kind of shopping center that would have an AT&T.
Sure.
Because I think Morgan said, you don't have to just go to the Apple store. You can also go to wherever you bought your phone.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, let me look. I Googled it. There was an AT&T 4 minutes away.
Right there. I know exactly the one.
So I say, will you guys keep me accountable? I'm going to go there as soon as I'm done eating. One of you needs to text me and say, did you go to the AT&T, Miranda? Because if you don't say you will, then I won't go. I can promise you that.
I love accountability.
Yeah. I'm terrible at it. And so now I'm forcing people to try to make me accountable.
Yes. It's
you hold me accountable?
Yes. It's such a good thing. I need it too. With the cleaning out I'm trying to do. That's why I got linked up with Michelle. I said, Michelle, I just need you to ask me, did I actually do the thing I said I was going to do?
Morgan's going to hold me accountable to actually do the Bible study.
Good. Because to actually fill out the study.
To read it.
There is homework.
I know. And I did not know that when I agreed to be signed up. I just thought I show up and I listen and I absorb.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I'm going to do it because you know what? If I'm signing up and I'm showing up, then I might as well go 100%.
That's right.
It's not right to not, because then I also don't feel like it's very nice to my table mates.
Sure. Because
I feel like it's respectful.
Yeah, it's more about respect because you need to be knowing what everybody's talking about.
Exactly.
So you can chime in and give your opinions on things. They're so valuable.
Yes.
Like, you should be able to say.
Obviously, valuable. That's why people are listening to this podcast in droves. So I say, just keep me accountable. And Morgan says to me, I will go with you.
Yes.
I will just go with you.
She's like immediately keeping you accountable.
Immediately. Because she's the same way. I convinced her to get tested for ADHD. So she did. And she's like, I have it. I said, I know.
So she's going to get something for it? I mean, not that we should be sharing her medical information.
No, she already shared it on her podcast.
Okay, great.
She already shared it on her podcast. Yes, she started medication and she said it's made a world of difference in her life. So she can relate. She can relate. Our brains are operating on the same level.
Yeah.
Big ideas, no follow through.
Yes.
We can do hard things. We can't do easy.
Yes.
So she said, I'll just go with you. If it's 4 minutes away, I will follow you over there.
Let's just go.
I will go with you.
Okay, great.
I said, that is really nice. Thank you. So we finish Chicken Salad Chick. We drive over to AT&T. We walk in. The guy is very nice, and he says, you have a warranty on this phone. Said, who knew?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay,
AT&T, you get 1 point for that.
1 point that I actually did buy the warranty, I guess.
Yes.
Unbeknownst to me.
That is great.
Yeah. So I said, well, what do I need to do now? And he said, well, you need, we have like a partnership with the U BreakiFix.
Yeah.
Dumbest name of all dumb names of companies, and I'm here to say it, and I don't care if you want to sponsor us or not.
Oh, yeah, no.
Capital U. Space. BreakiFix, all lowercase, one word put together.
Wait, BreakiFix is all one word together?
Yes.
U, space, BreakiFix.
Capital U. We didn't even spell out Y-O-U, okay? Capital U, space, BreakiFix, no spaces, all together.
No. Is that literally the signage on the shop?
I took a picture. I have a picture of it. And I just want to say, you had to pass through, you asked your family members, you asked your investors, what do you think of the name? How do you think about the spelling? And everyone said, this is great.
I'm shooketh by that. Because I thought it was just going to be a U space, break space, I space fix.
No.
U BreakiFix.
U BreakiFix.
U BreakiFix.
I hate it. I hate it. And I say this kindly, because I'm an elder millennial, okay?
Yes.
But we got to stop naming things like this, millennials. We got to do better. We just have to.
Stop.
And we owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to the SEO.
Yes.
Okay?
The SEO, because Google's not going to find you if you're using U instead of YOU. They're not going to find you if you use the number 2 instead of TWO.
If you're spelling cakes with a K.
They're not going to find you. If you're using a Z instead of an S at the end of a word.
Cookies.
The Googlers are not going to find you.
Mm-mm.
Because they're going to Google hot, fresh cookies near me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're not going to find you because you've spelled it with a Z.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in the title of your company, but all over your website is Z. Z.
Yep.
So stop it. It's not cute and clever anymore. Actually.
It's not.
No.
It's not. No, it's been done. It's been done. So we're going to stop doing that. And that's a pro tip. And we're just gifting that to you.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're trying to workshop a name, go ahead and just run it by us.
Oh my gosh,
let us do that.
We would be so good
Call
at
into
that.
the HoHo.
Call the HoHo. Say, I'm thinking about opening this business, a boutique, a store, a restaurant, whatever. We will tell you if it's a good name.
Yeah, we'll help you.
We'll tell you if it's good for Google. We'll tell you if I've seen it before and you need to go in a different direction.
Yeah. Let us help you.
Let us help.
That's what we want to do because we're here to help.
Yeah.
And Morgan was there to help me at AT&T. The guy says I have a warranty.
Great.
We have a partnership with U BreakiFix.
No, U BreakiFix.
And that there's one close by.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, So now I have to go to another place. Morgan goes, I will go with you to U BreakiFix.
Was this near Big Lots?
I don't know.
It? Okay.
But the U BreakiFix was only 7 minutes from now this AT&T. Okay, which was 4 minutes from Chicken Salad Chick.
Okay, so now we're going on 11 minutes.
We're still staying in the same area.
Okay.
But we are a little bit further now.
Okay.
So I go to the U BreakiFix. Morgan follows behind me again. And so we walk in. And I go right up to it, and the guy is like, hey, can I help you? And I said, yeah, the speaker on my phone's broken. I've just come from the AT&T store. They told me that they kind of have like a deal with y'all and that you would be able to fix it under my warranty. He takes the phone from me. He picks up like one of the like alcohol wipe swabby things, probably because they're just so cool.
Oh,
like, germs.
So many germs.
Yeah, so many germs are on our phones, right? Y'all are so worried about the toilet seats, but you're putting your phone on your face, but okay. Ugh. So he's just kind of wiping it down and talking to me and listening to me the whole time. He takes off my case and he's kind of like looking at the back of it, seeing, and I said, oh, my screen protector's cracked, but not the actual face of it. So don't think that's it. And so he's just listening to me while he's wiping, and he's gone over every square inch of my phone. Kind of looking for damage, I think, or water damage or anything like that.
Something to show why
is this not working. And but in the meantime, he's saying to me, well, did they file a claim for you at AT&T for this? And I said, no. And he's like, well, they need to do that. We don't have access to your account. They were supposed to send you at that. And I'm looking at Morgan like, this is why I can't do anything. No. Because there are roadblocks every single freaking time. And it exhausts me. And every time there's a new one, my will to get it done reduces. Now, some people view that as a challenge. I'm going to rise above and I'm going to keep going. And now I'm going to show. And that's not me.
That's not you.
I just don't have it.
Yeah. It just breaks you down.
It breaks me down.
Yeah.
And so I said, unless it is something so humongous, like I could have been really defeated on Coronation Day with all those roadblocks. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I had to see Kate again in the chariot.
That's right.
I had to. This was so great. I couldn't escape it. There's no redo. I can come back tomorrow if I need to.
That's true.
Right?
It's not a once in a lifetime thing.
It's a lost and found episode.
You BreakiFix anytime.
You BreakiFix.
You BreakiFix.
And there are so many. I mean, somehow, even with that name, there are so many locations that they've been able to grow.
I think that Lisa Pyatt used to own one.
Really?
I think Lisa Pyatt and her husband.
I have to ask her.
We're going to find out because I think they really did own
Was her. The name almost a hiccup? Did you almost not trust investing based on the name? I need to know.
We're going to find out.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
We'll call her right after this. And so I'm like, oh, well, they didn't tell me that. He literally just sent me over here, said I had a warranty. My friend can back you up. She came to AT&T with me. And he goes, okay, so tell me what's actually... He could tell I was exasperated and frustrated. And he said, okay, so what you're saying is when someone calls you, you cannot hear out of the speaker, but they can hear you out of the bottom one. I'm like, yes, exactly. So I have to put everybody on speaker. And he said, all right, but it's not muffled. It's not weird. It's literally silence. And I'm like, yeah, it's silence. I can't hear anything. And so he went to his like not home phone. Yeah. But the wall phone.
The wall phone.
The business phone.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to call your phone from this phone and I'm going to see what I hear.
Yeah.
And so he calls from the phone and it actually is one of these kinds of phones, you know?
Yeah.
And he's holding my phone. And so he calls it and he picks it up and he's like, hello. And he's like, I can hear myself talking into the speaker. I said, really? What? Hand me my phone. So I take the phone. He goes into the back and he's like, okay, can you still hear me? And I said, yeah, I can hear you.
What?
And he's like, okay, awesome. And he comes back out and I said, well, let's try to call from Morgan's phone. Maybe it has something to do with a landline versus a cell phone or whatever.
Yes,
I don't know, but I'm just like, let's cover all of our bases. So Morgan calls me from her phone and I'm like, hello. She's like, hey, can you hear me? I'm like, yeah, I can hear you.
What is happening?
And so...
What did you do? Did you do a dumb thing?
So he turns to me and he says, it was just dirty. All I had to do was wipe it. He said, when I was wiping it down with the wipe to sanitize it, I just cleaned the gunk out of the speaker.
Shut your mouth.
I'm telling y'all, I've been dealing with this broken speaker for months. I lost my AirPods because of this broken speaker.
But it was just dirt and crud.
Yeah, it was just dirt and crud blocking it. Like he said when I took the wipe to it, I noticed that there was just some dirt in it, and so I just wiped it out, and now you can hear because it was just dirt.
Y'all,
I'm trash. It goes back to the fact that we are trash.
This is like the highest level of trash.
It's the highest level of trash. I was this close to thinking I needed to get a new phone. Before I'm even paid off this one, I thought I need a new phone. Now I have to rebuy AirPods. Now I have to do all this stuff.
What did this man say? Did he look at you and think...
Thank God Morgan took a video.
She did.
Morgan took a video.
Yes, Morgan!
We have it! I have it on my phone.
Because I have to think that this guy...
He was laughing. He was trying not to. He was trying to be so professional. But I'm going... Are you kidding? I said this tracked so hard. I'm a disgusting human being. And the fact that it was just dirty and I didn't once think to wipe it down, because why the hell would I ever think about cleaning something to see if it would help my life?
You've got me thinking about mine. Oh, it does get kind of crusty.
It does. It just gets dirty up there. He said,
oh, yeah.
Like, it's the screen protector will kind of, like, make a barrier of stuff.
Yeah.
And then in the speaker, it's full of holes. And so...
Yeah, tiny little holes.
Tiny, tiny little holes. And so he...
He had, like, special stuff to...
Well, no, he just literally took a sanitizing wipe to it. That's all he needed. It's like he blew it out with like the computer spray stuff.
So it was just so caked on there.
I guess so. But if you look at my phone, it's not like it's, I mean, it might be dirty.
What would it even be caked with? Because you don't even wear makeup all that much.
I know. I don't know what it's caked with. Maybe like dry shampoo or something.
Oh, it's definitely the dry shampoo. It is. We solved it. Okay.
So
this is, without a doubt, your trashiest moment.
I know.
And there's a lot.
And there's so many.
And there's many for me.
But
some I still need to tell on this pod, but...
The amount of levels... You know my trashiest moment, and it's not coming out on this pod.
Well, mine's pretty bad, and I thought, you know what, I should share this, because people should know.
The shrimp and peanut ratio of my story. You really think, no way. That's going to be hidden behind a Patreon wall at like a $60 level.
You know what it was giving, though? Heather Gay. Was it not giving Heather Gay on the Sprinter van?
100%, but mine's even worse.
Yours is worse, yeah.
It's worse. And so we'll leave you with that tidbit. But just know that there is a video. I will share it.
Woo!
He's like trying not to laugh because he's trying to remain professional. And and what we decided is, you know what, sir? You did solve my problem.
He did.
You got it working.
U BreakiFix.
And so apparently he fixes.
He fix it. Won't he fix it?
And he did.
Won't he fix it?
So I'm just gross and never thought to wipe it down.
What?
Never once thought.
What did Morgan say?
She was like, this is wild.
Did you text the other Bible study girls to tell them?
No.
Are you going to tell them next Tuesday?
I'm letting everybody hear it here.
Oh my gosh.
Letting everybody hear it here. I wouldn't even share it on my stories. I said, this needs to be saved for our podcast because you are now starting to see a pattern. And if you've ever felt like you just don't have it together, you do. I tell people all the time, I literally find the hardest way to do everything.
Yeah. You
I
do.
I find the hardest way to do it. I mean, I tried to tell us to Zoom to record, not Zoom with anybody else. Just Zoom to record so that now we have video. We'll go through a whole third-party system when you have a recorder.
It's right here.
It's right here.
It's in iMovie.
Look,
ready
no
to go.
wires.
No wires.
No wires. So that's my trash story.
Oh
like the SD card was found in the trash. My phone just needed to be wiped down and I could actually hear people. And now I'm like, I'm able to answer my phone again. Hey, babe, guess what? I told Joshua. He said,
oh, yeah. Hey, he would never. We were talking before this that our guys clean our shoes for us.
Yeah. I had to wipe down my own sneakers today because Joshua, it usually will tidy up the sneakers.
Yeah. What is it with guys wanting to keep the white sneakers nice? Because Matt does it for my white sneakers. He washes all the kids' sneakers.
He doesn't want us to look garbage and trashy. And if they're going to buy us, and Joshua buys me all my sneakers, if he's going to buy me white ones, then he's going to have to help me clean them because he knows I'm clearly not going to.
But
I think I got a little bit of cat pee on it, so I had to wipe it off.
Mm.
That I did say, you know what? I'm going to do this.
That smell?
I had just finished the litter box last night because garbage day is today. And I was kind of carrying the bag to the garbage, and there must have been a hole in the bottom. And so I was like, some might have leaked onto and that will smell.
It will smell forever.
Forever. And I didn't want them to then smell it on the shoe or anything.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm going to scrub this real good because Joshua's not home yet to do it for
Have
me.
you seen the trend going around about asking your man how often they think about the Roman Empire?
Yeah, I talked about this on my story. How did you miss that?
Did I miss that?
Oh my gosh.
Did you ask Josh? Here's the thing.
Yes.
I didn't even ask Matt because I know the answer to that is Matt already talks to me about the
Yes.
Roman Empire probably 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And he himself is thinking about it 10 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no exaggeration, y'all.
No.
He really likes empires.
I figured that y'all must be because you love Gladiator. And it's also very biblical.
It is. And his favorite podcast is a podcast called Fall of Civilizations. Now, these episodes are 2-3 hours long. I don't know who would ever record a 2-hour podcast.
Couldn't be us.
Not us.
Last week. And this one's tracking. It's
But
tracking.
he loves a civilization and one that may have fallen and listening about it. And so I knew his answer. What was Josh's answer?
Never.
Never. Gosh, I really would have thought that he does.
Never thinks about it. And then I asked Mikey. So then I went on my story and was like, okay, apparently we were supposed to ask everybody this. And so, I asked Mikey and he's like, never.
I mean, I know.
I know. Not the brightest bulb.
Mikey, I know you're not thinking about the Roman Empire because you're thinking about other stuff. And that,
he's thinking about fair.
Yeah, he's thinking about the fairs.
He's thinking about the fair.
He's thinking about episode 50 coming up.
He sure is, and he won't stop talking about it. He thinks, we need to do a live event. I said, what is the draw? He's like, I am.
Oh, y'all, Mikey thinks.
We don't know.
Episode 50 needs to be a live event.
With him.
With Mikey on the mic.
I don't think we should do him live.
I don't think so either.
And so we're going to just record it as normal.
Yeah.
And no clue what we're going to ask him, but he said, don't worry, because I'm coming in with a list for you. He wants to ask us stuff.
Okay, well, that could be interesting.
Yeah, so we're going to see how that all goes. I just think it's so funny that we've interviewed, like, Grandma, Austin, and now my cousin Mikey as our guests. It's something. A cacophony of people. And he's so tickled about it.
What is wrong with us?
I don't know.
So that'll be, guys, that's only in a few more episodes.
I
So
know.
y'all can look forward to that.
It will be here before we know it. But I will say, Bella's friend so sweetly gathered 17 letters for Bella for her 17th birthday and presented them to her. And Bella just last night finally had a few moments to start reading them because she got them on Saturday. Then people were still here Sunday and then went right into the school week and volleyball tryouts and everything.
Yeah.
And she truly has not had a moment. And she really wanted to sit down and spend time doing this. She didn't want to rush through it. She wanted to really read them and sit with them. She knew she'd be emotional and everything. So she read yours. She read a few other people's.
Yeah.
And she read Mikey's. And she read it out loud.
Yeah.
And Lily, Bella, and I, within the first sentence, all burst into tears.
Oh my gosh, I have chills. I want to see it.
We were just, and it was probably just reading so many of them together, you're already kind of teetering on the edge.
Yeah, but there's certain things someone could say to you that are going to trigger a very emotional reaction.
Extremely
And
emotional.
y'all really love and care about him. He is truly like a brother almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it was so sweet. And so now
Aww.
we'll see if he wants to share some of that stuff too, which would be an interesting topic, I think, and very relatable to a lot of people.
Okay, Mikey, we're going to get you on the mic.
So maybe it'll end up being, I know it's going to be interesting because he's such a hoot.
Yes.
But I'm also just like, Mikey, of course, yes, and you can come on and be a guest. We've kind of really protected that space, you know. We haven't necessarily needed a ton of guests because we always have so much to say.
We have so much to say, and I'm going to make sure we say it.
That's right. So funny. But I'm excited to interview him.
Okay.
Let's see what we're going to get into there.
I like that, and I like the idea that he has questions for us, because I love when people have questions for me, because I'll tell you the truth.
You sure will. Yeah, never hesitated. Well,
I'm excited because we're going to record here in just a minute a really great clutter of an unpopular opinion that came in.
Ooh.
And it's going to get some people hot.
Oh.
A real hot.
Us included?
We are very neutral on this.
Oh, okay.
So I think we are the perfect people
great.
to unpack this.
Okay.
Because we're neutral and we will see both sides. But it's going to get some people hot next week. So.
Okay. Well, let's get into that then. We'll wrap this one up here. We'll coast on into the club. And if you're having a little bit of trouble hearing on your phone, I want you guys to go ahead and just wipe them down.
Yeah.
Start there.
Take a Q-tip.
Yep.
And just scrub that.
Mm-hmm. And you might save yourself a lot of time and a lot of money.
A lot of mental gymnastics and anguish. And earbuds.
Now I have to go find one of my old pairs of earbuds that I've somehow not lost. I don't lose those, but I lost the $150 ones. Faux show. I hate myself sometimes, and I try not to say that too much, but I really am. I'm mad at myself about this one because they were free.
Yeah. Listen, you're mad at yourself about earbuds. I'm mad at myself about this.
Yeah.
Baby aboard, right?
Baby
There are things we can struggle with and not like about ourselves.
Yep.
And I said to her yesterday, I want this podcast and our Instagram to be a page where people see, yes, our wins, but also the struggles. Because we are on the struggle bus a lot.
We are struggling hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
And I think people can relate to that.
Of course. Everybody can.
I'm sick of like the fake Instagram people, seeming like they've got it all together and everything's great, nothing goes wrong, and everything's fun. I get that a lot of it's supposed to be the highlight reel and a lot of the influencers. I get that. But that's not us, and that's not what the podcast life is about.
Never going to be.
It's never going to be.
No. So we're just out here like all the other stray cats.
Yeah.
Struggling to get by, wondering where their next meal is.
Yeah.
That's us.
That's us.
Okay? So we're with you.
So, to be continued, I guess. Bye.